What is going on, guys? It's Toby here and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be using some touch-up paint kit from Amazon to fix up some of the nicks and scratches that I have on my Whipple Mustang GT. So I have a few rock chips that I wanted to fix up, and I also caused some damage when I was putting on these carbon fiber fenders. So we're going to be seeing if this touch-up paint kit from Amazon is going to do the job. And I guess it's going to be somewhat of an instructional video as how to use touch-up paint. So I've had this car for about a year now. I supercharged it about 7 months ago, actually 8 or 9, but along the way I've actually got a bunch of rock chips, and this is just from driving on the highway. So we have this one right there, which we're going to cover up with some touch-up paint, this one right here, and this one right here. I mean, it really doesn't matter because I have a carbon fiber hood on the way, but if we move over to this side, this is what bothers me the most. So I scuffed up this, like I was explaining earlier when I was installing these Anderson composite GT350R fenders. And essentially what you need to do is put painter's tape on here, which blocks it off like when you're putting on this new fender, and I didn't do so. So it just like rubbed up against it and completely wrecked up the door. And I have crazy OCD, so we're gonna fix that up. That's awesome. I actually got to go to Jacksonville like tomorrow to pick up my old exhaust because I'm selling it. Okay. And I'm going to Orlando to pick up the new car. Nice. Literally tomorrow, so okay. It's gonna be set. Yeah, we can take a picture wherever. Sweet. Yeah, so they were super cool. I just took a bunch of pictures with them and that type of stuff, but they essentially, their friends recognized the car and they didn't know who I was, but then they looked me up and that type of stuff. So they just wanted to say hi and grab a picture so that they could show their friends. I mean, this is like the interactions that I get with people, and like the community is just so awesome. Like, I don't know, it's just awesome to be able to do that. That's actually them pulling out right there. So I think that's like a Fusion or something, but I actually ended up popping the hood so that we could take a picture. I'm gonna tell him to send me that on Instagram. Crap, I think I forgot to get his Instagram, but he lives here, so I'll just ask him next time. He actually has a black EcoBoost Mustang and it's over there. Getting back to the main point of the video, I don't know, I just thought that was super cool. So we have a couple of things in this kit here. So this is a full kit from Amazon. So this is like polishing compound. I think this is like a primer or something, and think that's the grabber lime right there. And then if we go in here, this must be something else. I don't know, we gotta open it up and look at the instructions. All right, so we're just gonna be doing a full unboxing here on camera, and I need to turn down my exposure. Jesus Christ, that's way too bright. But yeah, I don't know what this is. This might be like some sort of polish. It'll come out of here. I might have to put the camera down. What we have included in this kit is primer, polishing compound. This is the actual grabber lime paint, clear coat. They actually even include gloves inside of it, so this is awesome. So everything is outside of the kit, and you're supposed to scan this QR code to look up the instructions. Now you're also supposed to test out your blend right here before you put it on the car, so I definitely will be doing that because I'm not trying to have it turn out boof as not gonna lie, the instructions are not really helpful, so I'm just gonna like full send it and use my prior painting knowledge to do this job. So I'm gonna apply the primer first, and then I think the paint, and then some clear coat. So I'm gonna do 2 coats of each, and hopefully it'll turn out good. Thank God I like have small nicks. I'm also gonna try and fix this on the bumper here, so this is like a bigger one that I have. Like I said, we are gonna be using a GoPro so you get a better view because I have nobody to film me doing this. So hopefully this is like a good angle, but let's transfer over to it. Like it never can fit properly, but I'll just like keep pushing it on. I think I'm going to use one of these smaller brushes here. Now there's a couple of different brushes in the package, and hopefully you guys can see this on camera, so they're like varying in size. Let's go ahead and try out, I think for the smaller one we're not going to need as big as a brush, so we're going to try out one of these smaller ones and be like very slow and gentle with it before we go crazy and all out and do way too much. Be forgetting my gloves here, so I'm going to be using my left hand because I got to record with the right hand, and we're going to get started with the primer. So where's the primer? This is the primer. All right, danger, keep away from children, shake well, apply to clean and dry surface, wait 15 minutes before applying paint. Okay, we're set. We're gonna shake it, and then we're gonna apply it and wait 15 minutes before applying the grabber lime, and then we do clear coat as the last step. And this stupid camera is falling off of my head, so hopefully the angles aren't getting messed up or anything. Where like this GoPro is gonna cause me to mess up, but here's the primer. Okay, of course it's gray as it usually looks, and we're gonna dab it slightly on there. I'm trying not to get any excess, and then we'll just slowly dab it on like that, just on the edges. Don't want to do too much. And now we can let that dry for 15 minutes. So let's go hit those other sides, and then we'll apply our grabber limes. So we're gonna move over to the next site. Here's site number 2 on the bumper, and this GoPro is literally going to fall off of my head. I think that's way too much. I might have to use a different brush for this one because I don't know if I should be getting this primer. Yeah, I need to use a smaller one. We'll use this for the rock chips, and then we'll go over that with a smaller brush. Bro, is driving me insane. Thankfully, I don't have that many chips to fix because that would be a pain in the butt. So we're just gonna like skim it off the side like that. Hopefully this view is good, because like I haven't really checked it. We'll check it after this go, but I'm gonna thin out some of this paint. We're gonna put it right here. Yeah, so that should be perfectly covered up. Do the same right here. Yep. And then we'll do the same right here. And then we just let that dry out, and then it's time for the grabber lime, and then you do clear coat to finish it off. So those are the only nicks I'm gonna do. I'm gonna finish up the bumper over here with like a smaller brush. So let's let it dry. Brushes here, we need to pick the one that's like literally the smallest and has the smallest contact point. So I think that will be good, and I can apply that to the bumper, because I don't want it to be like spread over areas that are already painted, because obviously that's not good. So we need to be very, very careful about how I apply this right here. So let's give it a shot. Skim off the sides and just very, very slowly with a steady hand, just go over this portion right here. So almost done. Gotta have a very steady hand for that. Jeez, just nick some with my finger. Okay, now we can let this dry and we'll apply the grabber lime. So I'll catch you all once it dries. So we're back on the camera. I'm currently waiting for the primer to dry out. I went around the whole car and did it. So we have primer right there. We also have primer up on the bumper. So I had to do this very slowly to make sure that I wasn't like overspraying or like getting parts of the bumper that didn't need to have primer on it. And then we went to the hood. We got this rock chip and that rock chip right there. We have one right there. That's pretty much gonna do it. But when I get home, I'm getting the Camaro actually tomorrow. So this video is being filmed on Friday 1st, and I'm picking up the Camaro tomorrow. So that's gonna be a hype moment. But as far as future mods for this car goes, I'm saving up for the built trans. And I have that E85 fuel system in the box right there. So that thing is crazy. If we go in here, it has new lines and everything, so I gotta pop that in the car too very soon. Of course, it's super hot out here in Gainesville, so what I think I'm gonna do is turn on the car, like turn on the accessory power and sit in the car and listen to music for like another 10 minutes because I'm burning up. Timer sit for the suggested amount of time, which was 15 minutes, and now we're gonna try out the grabber lime and test it on this piece of paper to make sure that it's the same color and that we're set to go. So let's get the same brush that I used earlier, which I think is this small one right here, and we're gonna apply this grabber lime, and hopefully it like is actually an OEM match. I mean, wait, let's just compare that. It looks pretty close. Paint test your swatch to the edge of this card. Use 2 coats of clear and 2 coats of the color. So is that grabber lime? Let me put this up next to the car. Yeah, I'd say so. All right, we're good to use this. So we're gonna go very lightly on this nick right here where I put the primer. Let's scrape some off and just go very slowly. And look at that, that's actually a really good match. I'm actually surprised with this kit. So we got our touch-up paint right there, and I guess that'll be good. I mean, it's not going to be imperfect because you are using touch-up paint, but I do want to get that edge right here. And we'll let that dry and we'll do another coat. So I think we need to wait, 15 minutes before it coats and then 30 minutes in between using the clear coat. So let's go ahead and move over here and do the same thing. Then we'll just let it dry for 15 minutes and then we'll do another coat and then clear it. So just a blop like that. I want to scrape some of this off. Don't need all that paint for these small little pieces here, okay? And then this is the last one we're gonna do. All right, so now we just let that dry and we'll see how it turns out. I'm not really concerned about the hood because I'm getting a carbon fiber one, but we're gonna wait another 15 minutes. Then it's another 30 minutes. So it's probably gonna get dark while I'm doing this. I probably should have started it a little bit earlier, but it's just so hot out here that I don't want to do that like in the middle of the beaming sun. I forgot about the bumper. We're gonna grab the smallest brush once again. I don't know why I'm having trouble speaking. Whenever I record these videos, it literally takes me like 1,000 takes just to say one thing. The struggle is real out here, but let's get this grabber lime and put it on the bumper real slowly like I did last time. Scrape the excess off, and that would be the GoPro falling off of my head again. I think I'm just gonna hold the camera for this one. So we gotta go real slow and steady. My steady hand is messing up. Lord Jesus, that is not the best job there of being steady. Oh God. Okay, we need a little bit more on there. That, and I did not have the most steady hand, but I'm gonna let it sit for 15 minutes. And like usually you want to take away like any of the scuffing, but I'm not even just gonna mess with that because I don't have like sandpaper. And like at a certain point you can do more damage than good, but let's let that dry for 15 minutes because you're supposed to wait 15 minutes in between coats of the actual paint. And then we'll do another coat here and all around where I fixed up the other nicks. Right there is another one that I just did. So I put primer on it because I totally forgot. But when I was putting on these carbon carbon fiber fenders. Like I said earlier, I just like bumped into the door a bunch and had a whole bunch of fitment issues because these don't fit that well. So we're gonna fix up that too. It's not rubbing anymore. Much recording as possible, but you know, it's a little bit difficult here with trying to hold the phone in my hand and stuff because I'm trying to record like the dabbing of the paint on TikTok too. This is coat number 2 for that nick on the door and basically everything else because I already did 1 coat. So we're gonna rub it off and I'm gonna try to record this for TikTok. All right, nice and slow. This is coat number 2 of grabber lime. All right, that came out well. And then while I'm at it, I'm gonna hit this bottom edge of the door that I missed earlier. So we need to get like a different angle on this so that I don't botch it up and add too much paint and get like paint where it doesn't belong. So real nice and slow. Okay, time for coat number 2 on the hood. So we're just gonna once again take all the excess paint off that I don't need because these are very, very small spots and we don't need to be overdoing it. Less is more in the case of this. Like you don't wanna be putting too much paint that you don't need. So real nice and slow. We're done with those 2 coats. Let's get the bumper. Much on there, you can take a clean one and just try and like diffuse it a little bit. That's what I'm doing right now. And it should get the excess off. Like that worked perfectly. And I think I just put my arm on that, but it dried out already, so no big deal there. All right, here's the bumper portion. This requires the most concentration low key because like it's a very small and specific spot. I'm gonna get more paint on there. And it looks like we should be done with coat number 2 and then just clear coat it next. Off my head at least like 15 times, but we're all done with that. I'm gonna let it dry and then you clear it. So when you clear coat it, I think it's another 2 coats, but you actually have to wait. Yeah, 2 coats of clear, so that's another hour of just doing this. This is like actually taking a lot longer than I expected because you do have to wait for the paint to dry there. And then once you let the paint dry out, you just go with the clear coat. And if you don't let it properly like dry out, you can actually cause a bunch of runs. So better do it right than just rush through it. I wonder if I'm supposed to, shake this just like the primer and then we'll be set to go. Let's go ahead and clear this. I'm dabbing it off on the side like I was doing earlier. I don't know if this is a good camera angle. You guys might be getting annoyed with me with the bad camera angles, but I'm trying my best here. And now we can clear. So this is the first layer of clear so that it doesn't have like a matte look to it. Real nice and soft here. We don't have to add a whole bunch of clear coat just to get the job done. You know what I'm saying? Just a tad bit of stuff. Just a tad bit of clear. Once again, this is the hardest part about doing this, is just having a steady hand. I shake way too much. Probably gonna need some more because it's like a bigger surface area. Just wipe the excess off. So many bugs on my face right now because it's Gainesville, but I forgot this bottom portion again. Just gonna grab that, now we can let it dry. Going up to the apartment, I'm not gonna wait out here because it's so hot, it's just unnecessary and stuff. But yeah, it looks pretty good. Hopefully it'll turn out nice and not flaky and it stays there and holds up. We'll have to do like a long-term review, so I'm gonna let it dry. All right, so last one right here. I think the lighting still may be good enough to see, but this is the last layer of clear. This is gonna protect that paint. Need to get the bottom here. This is gonna be interesting because I can't really see crap, but we're gonna go nice and slow. And I think I did a pretty decent job there. So we'll go one more time because I was like super light and this tends to be like a thicker area. I'm not entirely sure if you can see it on camera, which is a good thing because that means that it worked pretty well, but covered up that right there. Oh yeah, you can see it a little bit. There's so many bugs out here, I'm getting bit like crazy. We covered up the bottom, we covered up the bumper, and yeah, honestly, I highly recommend this kit if you're looking up to cover up these small nicks that you may have on your car. I mean, it's pretty normal to get those. It's just from driving. It's normal wear and tear. Covered up that right there. And we just gotta let it dry, honestly. We got another 30 minutes and we're set and done with this. So I'll link this kit down in the description below. It's called Scratches Happen and I highly recommend it. I mean, it looked like it worked and it matches the grabber line pretty well. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please remember to comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.